Trials and tribulations of. Hello, welcome. Uh, welcome. I think we're live. Yes, we are. Okay. Hi, folks. Welcome to today's Facebook Live. Great to have you on board. My name's Dan from Organic Digital, and today we're talking about getting your first Facebook advertising client. And this won't be for everyone out there. If you don't want to run Facebook ads for other people, that's completely fine. Don't expect you to watch this video. But if you would like to learn how you can get into that side of business, or maybe add it as an extra service to a existing business that you've got, then continue watching, because I'm going to show you the method that we go about to get new clients, and the method that's helped us grow our business to the extent that we're expanding every day. And the other reason I did this slightly selfishly was to see if there are any other capable Facebook advertising managers out there that are looking for some work, because we're looking to expand, looking to bring on some other people. But firstly, if this is your first Facebook Live, welcome. My name's Dan from Organic Digital, and at Organic Digital we help train and manage small business Facebook advertising. And the other reason why I wrote this blog post, I've had a few people ask, Dan, how did you get into this business? How do you go about getting new clients? And this method's actually a really simple one that anyone can do. It just requires some manual work and a little bit of ingenuity to get into it. And it's a really simple way that I found one of my first clients, and I continue to use to this day. I've actually wrote a blog post that I'm just going to stick the URL in the comments now, so you can see that there. And this blog post basically goes through the whole method that I have for finding clients, and also some additional bonuses that include some script, and I'll chat about that in a second anyway. But basically the reason why I wanted to talk about this was because Facebook advertising has grown to phenomenal sizes over the past 2 to 3 years. I've realistically only been doing ads full time for probably like every client, but I mean, is probably 18 to 24 months. Before that, I was doing organic social media, and I guess I saw the writing on the wall from the reducing reach, the capabilities of Facebook advertising, that I decided to do more of it and introduce it as an additional service to what I was doing beforehand, which was day-to-day social media management and content creation, and offered that as another another feather in the cap, rather, that I can offer to people as well. So the opportunity, though, at the moment is probably as big as it's ever been. And what I mean by that is that over the last 2 years, they've gone from 5 million to 6 million advertisers in September of last year. They're probably going to tip over maybe 7 million advertisers soon. But Facebook released some data early last year, and there's only just over, I think, 70 million Facebook pages. So it's actually less than 10% of advertisers are actually using the advertising suite. But with its growth becomes the capabilities for people to help with simply one thing, and that's just a lack of understanding. And the people that can do it well are going to stand out. And that's where we've sort of grown our business to where we have a consistent client base. We're bringing on more people to help, and we're getting people to ask us to manage their ads each and every day, or to train us on advertising as well. So in this article, which I'm just going to switch over in a second, but one thing before I go there is that I want to make sure that you don't think I'm advocating to run ads without actually learning them yourself. And I definitely didn't do that. I actually started a t-shirt store once upon a time. The barrier to entry for Facebook ads, luckily, is really low. You don't need a degree in Facebook advertising or go and do a diploma of Facebook advertising somewhere. You can literally set up your own Facebook page and Facebook account and start spending money. And I think it's probably the best way to learn, because you've actually got to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, and you're much more protective over it, rather than approaching someone else and getting them to give you a trial run and using their money. I don't advocate for that. That's my opinion. But I set up a t-shirt store. I made a little bit of money. I lost some money, but overall it was a great learning experience for me to be able to learn how to set up the Facebook ads, but also what worked and what didn't, and did some testing around the Facebook Ads Manager as well. So I encourage you to at least start to learn Facebook advertising before you actually go and approach someone else to manage their ads as well. You need to have that knowledge, and you also need to be able to do it so you can communicate with the client and get the information out of them as well, so you can actually set up good ads, you can target the right people, you can push them closer to the point of conversion as well. So there are a couple of things. I'm actually going to switch myself over to show my screen here. Yep, perfect. So there are a couple of things that you need. This is the article blog post here, by the way. There are a couple of things that you need to start this process. One is the Facebook Pixel Helper. So you need the Google Chrome web browser for starters. Then secondly, you need the Facebook Pixel Helper installed, which I'll show you exactly what that is in a second and how it works. But basically, it's a free extension that sits on your Google Chrome web browser, and every website you visit, regardless of whether you're in their admin side or not, it will actually show a little green number in yeah, this is actually it right here. So this is the we're on our website at the moment, and this is the little green dot that will fire when it detects that there is a Facebook Pixel installed. And this is really interesting, not only for this method I'm about to show you, but also if you're a savvy shopper and you go to different websites around the web as well, you can actually see this to see whether or not they've got a pixel installed. Perhaps if you're going to get retargeted with advertising to get you to come back and complete the purchase, potentially you might get retargeted with a discount as well. So that's one way if you not going to go into this business, but just to save some money. So you need those two things installed, and there are two. The reason why you need those installed is two of the easiest hooks that I show people that they can make a difference with Facebook advertising is one, how to install that Facebook Pixel, and two, if they're an e-commerce store or a store with more than 5 products, how to set up a Facebook product catalog as well. So I'm going to go through the process and how I would actually identify someone. So first of all, you need to obviously make a list of people and their websites that you would like to approach or potentially approach to manage their Facebook advertising. The resources at the end of this Facebook Live will give you a document to help document, a template to help document that as well. But you need to visit each of their websites. That's obviously the first point of call. And what you need to do is, with the Facebook Pixel installed, actually see firstly if there is a Facebook Pixel on their website. That's just the first point of call. Now there are a couple of things in the notifications or when it actually detects a Facebook Pixel that will give you some more information about it as well. So when you actually hit the website, and you'll hit probably the home page to start off with, the Facebook Pixel will fire. What I encourage you to do is actually go through the purchasing process. So whatever that is, if it's an e-commerce store, go through looking at products, add one to cart. Ideally, and this is a really good way when we get to the end of how to actually approach them, is that you become a customer, because it's a simple way to get in front of them, and you're going to have more leverage if you're an existing customer, and you can say, I'm a customer, by the way, I also do Facebook advertising. So go through the actual process and have a look at what events are firing. Basically, we want to look for a couple of different events. Firstly, it's just that the pixel is there. And then secondly, we want to see if it's tracking the various events throughout the purchasing process. So when you go through to buy a product online, Facebook has some standard events installed in the Pixel that will fire as you go. The first one is just a page view. So you hit the home page, it's a page view, recognizes that you're there. When you go to look at a product, that event is called view content. Then when you add that product to cart, that event is called add to cart. You go through and you enter your details. It's called initiate checkout, all the way through to obviously confirmation and purchasing. That event is called purchase. So what you want to do is you actually want to, every page that you hit and you go through the process, you want to have a look at whether it's actually tracking the events or not as you go throughout. Then within the pixel, there are a couple of other things you want to look for. One at the event, and then there's a new. I'm actually going to jump on. Maybe if this website hasn't loaded yet, let's jump on Sweet Mickey. This is a website. They were actually on Shark Tank Australia last year, I think, and so I was having a look at their website here. So I'm on one of their product pages here, and hence why it's got the view content event that's fired. So I've actually gone and viewed a product, but it's got this other little bit down here with a lightning bolt that's called micro data automatically detected. So what this is it's sending a lot of the information about the page that you're actually browsing back to Facebook and back to analytics. So it's telling Facebook what this page is about. It's also sending different information, like if you click on buttons, how long you're spending on the website as well. And there's another little thing in here that you can use as a hook to help with people that's called schema, I don't know how you pronounce it, .org. This is basically the international Google, I'm not sure whether it's a Google type thing, but I know they use it to basically dictate, because they obviously can't look at everything on the page. So what people do on their websites, and good web developers do, is that they actually tell Facebook and Google, and so Facebook are looking at the schema information, what this page is actually about. So without going into a lot of the code here, but it's looking at what name is, like what the name of the product is, what the dimensions of the actual product is as well. You've got the image description as well, so it'll pull that into Google results. It's got the price and obviously the currency there as well. It's got the name of the product by the looks of things. Yeah, Miss French Cookies. Sometimes they have reviews. They also have other information like shipping information, which is becoming more important given Facebook's announcements in the last 24 hours. Obviously availability, if it is in stock as well. So this all links back to not only Facebook, but back to Google shopping information. When Google give their search results, this is telling both of those systems what that is about. And that's actually another really simple thing as a Facebook marketer or a web developer that you can come in and say, I'll install your schema for you, because you're missing out on not only Facebook opportunities and Facebook learning about your website, but also SEO and Google opportunities. That's one of the main things there as well. So only the new Pixel installation has this as well. So if it's not there, they also might need an update as well. Now, one of the other things that I mentioned with the standard events is that as you're going through that purchasing process, they will file as you go. But another thing that you can promote and you can use as a hook is the installation of a product catalog. So basically what a product catalog is Facebook takes a feed of all of the products in the back end of your website. So the admin side, it tracks, again, similar things that schema is. What the name of the product is, how much it is, the images to use in it, if it's available, and that actually dynamically updates. So every day it does a ping back to the website, sees stock levels, sees what's on sale, and basically learns about the purchasing behaviours as well. And so then you can use product catalog ads, which are highly targeted, highly specific advertisements to people. Now, if you want to know whether this is actually assigned to a product catalog or not, again, using Sweet Mickey's example, they have a number of different products on, and they would be, I'd recommend using the product catalog for them. But so it is firing the view content, but if you click this little yellow where it says yellow triangle, it basically says this pixel is not paired with any product catalog. Please associate Pixel with a product catalog. You can learn more at blah, blah, blah. So it's still actually firing the event, and this will send information back to Sweet Mickey's Pixel data, but they haven't got a Facebook product catalog installed. And if that's yellow, it'll tell you that. So that can be another hook that you can use to say, hey, I'll install your Facebook product catalog for you as well. So a couple of things look with the Facebook Pixel Helper. Once you go through and you can record information about it, what their So I just want to check the comments. Whether they have the Pixel installed, whether they need a product catalog installed, whether there's issues with it, etc. Just make a record of that, and then basically you need to try and contact them and get in front of them. Now, sometimes that can be easier said than done, and you really need to try and find the person that will make the decision basically for the business. A lot of the businesses we contact are, 2 or 3 person type businesses, and usually there'll be someone that's a sort of a jack of all trades, and it'll often be the business owner and small business owner as well. They'll be managing some of the Facebook ads as well. I recommend just going to their about section, reading a little bit more about them. So it is a little bit of manual work, but it's worth it because you can actually get a better reaction from them at the end. When you do go to contact them, there are a few things that you can mention to say, look, I noticed that your Facebook pixel isn't installed, or your Facebook product catalog isn't set up. It's really important because it helps build audiences that are interested in your company, helps you retarget people so you don't lose on business and potential people that have abandoned carts. So you're winning back those sales. It helps you track conversions. Facebook are learning more about your ideal audience. It's also helping your organic reach as well, because it's using that data to learn who would be more willing to see something from your Facebook page as well. And then you basically need to tell them and say, hey, I visited your website. I noticed that you didn't have it set up. Would you like some help? Now, there are a couple of tactical ways to go about that. And in the article here, I've got 7 tips for contacting people to actually get a response. And one of the best ways that we actually get a response is we record a screencast. So we actually, similar to what we're set up here, we literally record our screen with our voice, and we say, hey, it's Dan, I'm one of your customers, I tried XYZ product, whatever the hook is that you can tell them about, something that they can relate to. And I just wanted to let you know, this is a quick tip for your website. Looks like you haven't got the Facebook pixel installed. It's important because bang, 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 here's why you should have it installed. If you would like a hand, let me know. Otherwise, thanks again. All the best. Now, one of the other tips as well is, like I said before, you're going to get a better response if you're an existing customer. So if you're really interested in earning their business and it's a reasonable price product, then put your money where your mouth is and just let them know. Go and buy their product. I usually contact them via email first, so try to find the name of the decision maker and potentially their email. Otherwise, they'll probably have a standard inbox that might be info at their domain and URL. And then once I've actually sent that email, depending what you're using to send that email, you can also track whether it's been opened or not. But one of the simple other tips that we actually do is we follow up with a phone call. Yes, we actually hop on the phone. We're not all digital, but if it's possible, give them a call to say, hey, I sent you an email a couple of days ago. And look, it's likely that they'll probably see it come in and think that we're potentially one of those SEO spammers that wants to get them onto page 1 of Google results, etc. Give them a call and say, look, I sent you an email a couple of days. I just wanted to check that you got it. It was basically just a website tip that I know for Facebook advertising. By the way, my name's Dan. I do Facebook advertising for businesses just like yours. Would you like to help? Some other ways that you can actually contact them as well is via their Facebook page. And before I get to the number 6, one of the things I do want to check as well is if you do send it, before you actually contact them again, just check if they actually haven't gone and implemented your advice. And if they do, great. And if they don't contact you back, then maybe just say, oh, I see that it's installed now. Cool, all the best, hope it's working. If it is, that's the way to go about it. But I have done that before where I've actually gone and contacted them and followed them up, and they're like, no, we actually went and implemented it, but thanks anyway, we don't need any help. And it was a little bit embarrassing. The last tip that I can say when you're actually contacting them is that most people, and the emails that we get from people that are just trying to sell their services straight up, they never offer actual value. So never actually give some advice or a tip that the business owner can go and implement and execute straight away. So give value first. And I think if you do that, you'll actually stand out and you're probably more likely to get a response. It's one of the first things we do. We don't go directly in with a sales message. We just say, if you would like some help, let us know. Then once you have contacted them, obviously you want to try and bring them on as a client. If they're happy for you to go and install their Pixel, there's a few things that you need to be able to do. You need to get access to their Facebook business manager and to their ads account and to their Facebook page. Actually, you don't need access to their Facebook page. You just need access to their ads account, obviously to their website. So you need to build up a little bit of trust, but it's literally takes 30 seconds. Once you've done it once, you know how to do it. It takes 30 seconds to actually install it. If you want them, if they want you to do it in person, or you can use things like Zoom or TeamViewer, so you can actually get control of the machine and just show it how to do it. But once you've actually got them and you're in front of them, and you can say, hey, thanks. Once they say thanks, then you can actually say, well, now that we've actually implemented it, I've looked at your ads manager and it looks like you could be doing more, or here are some insights that you're not sure, maybe you're not aware about your audience as well. And basically add value and wow them with your knowledge. Once you're in front of them, you really need to try and convince them that you're the person that you can help grow their business using Facebook advertising. Depending on if you want to charge them or not as well, we used to do it for free. We now charge as well, but as part of our paid discovery session at the start. But I've met some people that just do it as a side business and they charge up to $200 to make a little bit of side income with it as well, just by implementing a Facebook pixel and a product catalog and setting it up for them as well. So go in, see if you can actually get access to it. Show them your knowledge, show them you clearly understand what you're doing. I want to actually go through a couple of examples on a couple of websites that I'm not sure whether this one, oh yeah, there it has loaded. Okay, so I want to show you exactly what it means when I'm going through the process. So I've come to Nourish Life, which is a familiar website to us. We actually did a review. It's a great Aussie story, how they've grown their business to they sold their business for over $20 million, and you can get a brand new Vitamix. So if I actually go onto their website, this is a Facebook Pixel Helper up here. It's a little piece of code, got a little green notification. I just click on that. It says that there's two, it's not necessarily two pixels, two events that are being detected. One is the page view, great, which is just the basic, this is competition they've got, and they've also got microdata automatically detected. Nourish Life know what they're doing, hence why they've just been sold for $20 million as well. They're a great business, by the way, as well. The other one I showed you before, Sweet Mickey Cookies. Again, this is an example of going through the purchasing process. They've got the page view event that will fire on every single page that's viewed. They've got the view content installed. They just don't have it attached to a product catalog. So you could approach them to say, would you like us to install a product catalog and recoup some of those lost sales as well. This is another website that I got up recently. These guys, No Grainer, are a gluten-free bakery. They're actually here in Melbourne. They were on The Mentor with Mark Boris recently. They were two lovely ladies. And I just jumped on their website to have a look. And of course, just the Facebook marketer in me immediately checks to see whether they've got a Pixel installed. And they don't. There's actually no Pixel installed at all. So they probably, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, they got the new they were on The Mentor, which I actually built a new website for them and got them up and running. They would have got so much traffic once that episode aired, but they didn't have a Pixel installed to be able to retarget to them and say, hey, come back and either purchase or, they looked at XYZ product. We noticed that you added that product to your cart that you haven't converted. They had the Mentor special on there as well, so people would have been checking that out. It's just simple little lost opportunities that takes 30 seconds to be installed. So if anyone wants to contact the No Grainer, that could be your first client out there as well. Like I said at the start of the Facebook Live, if I have a bonus pack, it's completely free. Basically, it contains just a Google Drive that I've got all of the emails and templates and scripts that I use when I record my screencasts as well. It's got some examples of tools that I use to record the screencast and how to go about it. You can literally copy and paste some of the stuff from the email templates into an email. I've come up with some templates to track the potential clients and keep an eye on them. The Facebook Pixel checklist, so you actually know what you're looking for and how to install it as well. You can also, this is another interesting one as well, if you're looking to show people how to install the Facebook Pixel to be both Facebook policies and GDPR compliant as well, and how you can analyze also information on how to analyze the system that a site uses. So there are some little things and nuances from some websites and some systems out there, and I've put that information in the bonus pack. So when you do go through and there isn't any Pixel installed or none firing, doesn't always necessarily mean that there's not one installed. So I've just got some things in there to look for, and just do your research properly before you actually do go and contact them and say you don't have a Pixel installed. But that's basically it. That could be a new little side business for you. It could be your complete business going forward. How to grow a Facebook advertising business, get new clients, retain those clients, and this is just a simple free method to be able to contact them directly, add some value, and connect with your ideal customer as well, because you're actually going out and approaching them and doing some marketing directly to them to be able to decide whether or not you want to work with them. So think of a niche that you want to target, and once you get this done for one client, it will become a lot easier and a lot simpler for other people out there as well. If you've got any questions about this, let me know in the comments. You can also come and download my bonus pack as well. And like I said at the start, we are looking for people to help out manage Facebook ads for our own clients. So if you do have experience with doing that, or if you'd like to learn, help us with this process as well, we still do this to get clients to this day, then just send me a message on Facebook or flick me an email, either or. I'd love to hear from you and get to know you a little bit and your experience, and then we can go from there. But until then, bye for now.